Be afraid. Be very afraid.
I liked it a lot. It's a movie that I'm going to be thinking about a lot too.
What the people need to know is that we're talking about weapons, and this is a special episode that's coming out.
Yes.
So we have a double this week for you guys.
Get excited. Well, you are excited. You're watching it, of course.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's because you think about it. It's like Hereditary was more of a drama than a horror. Like I feel like Weapons is more of a drama with horror elements thrown into it.
I'm glad that that's the
Mhm.
only connection you made to Hereditary.
I'm not. No.
To be honest
No,
with
no.
you, I was like, where is he going with this?
That's where I'm ending it with it. There's no.
So this one, though, we will load up in the beginning. This will be spoiler heavy, as in we're going to spoil the shit out of this movie. So if you have not seen Weapons yet, please keep listening. We really need the views, and ruin it for yourself.
Yeah. Have fun.
Pause us. Go watch Weapons. Come back.
I ended up buying it because I couldn't wait for it any longer. But I think it's isn't it? No, it's not free on any
No.
streaming platform.
No.
At all.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna end up buying it
Yeah.
physically also.
It's good.
It was worth the purchase. I'm happy I have it forever.
Mm-hmm. And I will say this, one of the ideas I had coming in was that there was a strong barbarian connection. And it's a common actor, but it's not like a super strong. You don't have to watch
No,
Barbarian
I feel
to
like
enjoy
it's
Weapons.
similar more in camera style as well as him,
Yeah.
Cregger, going deeper into the idea of having more characters in his film. Because in Barbarian, he like focuses on the two characters. We do a few flashbacks, actually 3 characters, and then in this one he's juggling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe. You got Justine, you got Josh Brolin, you got the Archer. I know. I was like, I can't forget that name. That's
You have Paul, Marcus,
You have
Jimmy,
Paul,
James.
Marcus,
There we go.
James.
Call him Jim.
and they don't do a Gladys.
You get
No, they don't.
You get Alex, but I mean, she doesn't get a chapter, but
She's in it.
She's a pretty significant
And those
person.
people represent some decent star power before we segue into it. I mean, Benedict Wong is in this, and I don't think he gets mentioned enough. I love him.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Amy Madigan is also in this. Obviously, Josh Brolin is like why I bought the movie. Just gonna say it. But these are decent actors, and Julia Garner's. She hasn't let me down yet either. I like her a lot as well, for what is seemingly a newcomer-ish.
She did a good job, and she played the part very well. And just being frantic and afraid for a reason, but having a goal, and not forgetting that goal during these times of horror, I can say. I mean, she went through it.
It's horrific times.
Hey, she went through it.
It's horrific
She
times.
gets her car vandalized. I want to get into it. We'll get into it.
She's a witch. Oh no.
We lost him.
Did he leave on purpose?
I hope not. John, come back. Really good film.
He is. You know, John, my dad did that once.
John came back though.
Oh, well done. All right, so we had some technical.
I found a very guilty looking cat behind the TV.
Yeah, I was gonna say, probably one of the cats. All right, we're back in business, everybody. So I don't know where we were, but we were there. All right.
Yeah, no.
The
character Justine goes through some horrific things, but like I was saying, we're gonna get to that. But John, I know you got a game for us. I'm ready.
Do you want to play?
Of course, I have a game for you. Do you want to play a game?
I think coming up we're going to be doing Saw.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, that episode's coming out soon, everybody.
I have
no John Puppet though. I wish.
I have a blind rank for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't
Is
done
it a
one of those in
5?
a few.
Oh, he's sharing the screen, everybody.
Ooh.
Yep. You guys see
I
it?
see it all right, buddy.
Revenge
I'm
movies.
trying to look to see if you have any risque tabs open.
It is not. It is not. I made sure all the risque tabs were closed. Thank you very much. You will not see my dirty, dirty underside.
Ah, yucky.
Unless you ask nicely. All right. So it's a blind rank. It is not
I
revenge
tried.
movies. Movie number 1 is Alice, Sweet
This
Alice.
is a good slasher too.
It's a very good slasher with a very young Brooke
I'm
Shields.
gonna put that at number 2.
Damn it! I was gonna do the same thing just for Brooke Shields. You know what though? Because I don't want to be just like Ryan. I'm putting it at number 3.
Oh,
So there.
that's a
There better be 2 movies that are better than this on this rank. God damn it!
travesty.
You're going
I'm
3?
going 3.
Is that
Brooke Shields is hot.
This is a young Brooke Shields.
I'll
Brooke
say it.
Shields
I'll
is
say it in public. I'll say it on the podcast.
That's
She's talented and
that's
she's
why
hot.
Johnny Drama got fired from that soap opera.
That was such a good episode of Entourage. Oh my god! And I was like, I would do it too. Drama.
No, it wasn't a soap opera. It was a made-for-TV movie.
Yeah.
And I playing your husband? No, you're playing my brother. Oh,
Yep. All right, ready for the next movie?
yes, sir.
Yes.
Movie number 2,
Killer Children.
I love this movie.
Village of the Damned.
Killer Children.
You're half
No?
right. I'm not giving you credit for children. You have to give me the exact
The-
theme, not killer children.
Possessed killers. Damned killers. Number 2 for me, by the way.
Ugh.
Number 2.
This is the is
Killer
this
Children.
this is the remake, right?
Yes, this is the John Carpenter
I'm
version.
gonna put that.
Yeah, this is the one I saw.
I'll put that at 3. I saw the original one as a young lad. It was on IFC one morning.
Possessed. Hypnotized killers.
See?
Hypnotized killers.
It is
God.
not. It is children, but it's a specific. I have a
Children
very
of the Corn.
specific thought.
No, oh,
You're
Oh,
right.
that's
Children of
number
the Corn
one.
is
That's
next.
yeah,
number
I'm
one.
going number 1 with that too. I like that movie.
Cult-driven
Both
children?
may live to regret.
Yeah, I might.
No, you may both live to regret that decision
Doubt it.
because here comes movie number 4.
Oh, that's a good film too.
Better watch out.
Better watch
That
out.
is a good film.
I'm putting that at 5 because I got a feeling you got a freaking humdinger sitting there in the last slot. And I don't mind that being at 5 given what we've got out there so
I'll put
far.
that at 4.
That leaves 5. Yeah, that leaves your last slot hanging. That's a dangerous move for a dangerous man.
Neither of you are. I think neither of you will be happy where this last movie wound up on your
Stephen
lists.
King. Oh.
Well, better than 5. That's got to count for something.
This is worse than the Stephen King list.
Damien. So devil-possessed children?
Close.
Come on, demonic,
Ryan, do you have a guess?
demonic possessed children.
Possessed children with a grudge.
No, it's
Oh.
just creepy kids, guys. You overthought
suck.
that one. It's just creepy kids.
Yeah,
That was a good
that
one.
was good. Ah, man. Yeah, you know what? I would put The Omen at 1 and move everything down.
Yeah, that'd probably be what I would do.
I'm starting to learn how to order them so that we can trick you guys.
I mean, it was pretty easy in the beginning because I thought you were doing something like that. And I was like, no, he's just throwing them out there. All right. Damn it, John. So Weapons is a movie that revolves around the concept of a bunch of children having been not abducted, but they go missing and they run off on their own, which gives the movie a nice twist right up front. Like, oh, wow.
I find it funny how they run. They're just like a missile.
Yeah, they Naruto run.
Yeah, they all run in the same way.
They Naruto run. And we should put that up on the screen share. We know what that is. The guy did that during the Occupy Area 51 thing.
Yeah.
Naruto ran past in the background. It was pretty funny. That was good times. But it immediately ups the creep factor because this woman's entire class goes missing. This poor teacher's entire class goes missing, and she's Justine. And there's one kid left.
And it's all at 2:17 a.m. in the morning.
Yep, that's a good point. 2:17 a.m. They all got up out of their beds and left the house and disappeared.
Yep.
And so that's creepy.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I don't like that movies do is when they lean on the whole kid angle to like just be lazy because everybody's like, oh, it's like killing a dog in a movie.
Yep.
Same thing. When you lean on the kid thing and you're like to tug at heartstrings, Weapons doesn't just get a pass. It just doesn't do that. There's a deeper meaning in this movie, and I'm really glad we're doing this episode because that's what I want to talk about a lot more. But at the very least, when they leave, like they're just gone. They're missing from the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For about 2/3 to 3/4 of the film, you don't know where they are.
Nope.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. And then it just hyper focuses on the town and the mob mentality that's sort of like developing there because people are naturally flipping out because the kids are missing. And then they're trying to blame someone, and who do you think they're going to blame?
Justine, of course, the teacher.
Common factor.
Yeah, because anything that happens at 2:17 in the morning has to be the teacher's
Of course. Well,
fault.
she's got a track record, though, all right? According to Archer, she's got a DUI, and she had a affair in one of the school buildings. But don't worry, it wasn't a kid. It wasn't a kid, according to the
She's
principal.
a little slutty.
Yeah.
She likes to get her drink on.
Yeah, she does.
All right? And
Yeah.
she's probably a great teacher.
She's got a drinking problem.
Yeah.
She likes men.
Yeah, she likes men. So
a lot of the most fun women in life like to drink and like
it's
men.
Married
true.
men. Married men.
That's true.
Married men, yeah,
So-
or engaged or otherwise taken. Although, to be fair to Justine, Paul outright
he did.
lied to her.
And how did he do that?
He told her he was not with
Oh.
his woman when
did.
in the bar.
That's true. That's true. So we get further on in
Yeah.
the story. So Josh Brolin's character, Archer, I think is his name. He gets real uppity about her because, and to their credit, these people are panic and manic, and they're just grasping at straws. Their kids are missing. You're obviously going to be flipping out. They're going for the only commonality. Why would it be everybody in this one class? So it's compelling stuff. It keeps you into the movie. You're like, yeah. You're kind of like, you're really drawn to it. And we see Justine's coping mechanism is to drink her face off, which, you know, she's a vodka gal.
It's probably her general coping mechanism, regardless of whether there's missing kids or
Yeah,
not.
that's a good point. Do you notice she makes the white girl cocktail, by the way? Vodka soda with lime?
Yes.
Or just vodka with lime?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was vodka soda with lime, which is my favorite. I was like, oh, skinny white bitch is what they call that at the bar.
Little spritz.
What you call that at the bar?
Little spritz
Yeah,
there.
it's pretty funny.
Yeah. So I have a couple reviews for you guys if
down.
you want to
Oh
go
God,
there
I
first.
can't even imagine what these are going to be like.
I feel like there's going to be a lot more 1-star
Right.
than 5-star.
There were a lot. It was hard to parse through some of these reviews because this is one of those movies that everybody thinks they're a film scholar, so they're writing epic reviews of this movie, and a lot of them miss the point. Both the good and the bad ones seem to miss a lot of the point. So, 5 stars. I just watched that movie. It's outstanding, amazing. One of the best stories I've ever seen. Great movies, or type me a great review for that particular movie. Acting, specially, story. At the script, make it look like a human gets short. Don't make it look like a charity or AI.
For the love of God. All right, well, I agree with that, though. No charity or AI in this. But what are you doing?
Clue.
Grammarly. Yeah, do something.
Yes.
Run that through the
ChatGPT. We start to make sense now. Just finished watching Weapons. And honestly, it blew me away. The story is gripping from start to finish. The kind of mystery that keeps you leaning forward the whole time. The script is sharp and layered, making every reveal hit even harder. What really stood out to me was how human and real the characters felt. The actors brought so much intensity and depth that it stays with you long after. This isn't just another horror film. It's one of those rare movies where the writing and performances come together perfectly. Easily one of the best films I've seen in years. Would you like me to also make a super short one-liner review you could use for social media?
Oh, wow. Wow. So that, everybody, if you're not familiar, is ChatGPT. That's the end of the.
I mean, after that first chunk of writing here, ChatGPT was very
Oh, yeah.
welcome.
Yeah.
I was like, this is
Because that initial word salad was,
well written.
Pretty bad. Pretty bad. And I said you should probably
yeah.
run that through ChatGPT. You should also pay attention to what you're copying and pasting. Jeez, that was rough.
I got no
Mhm.
response on that one. That
So-
was, yeah.
No, no. So here's your 1 star. My husband, older son, and I went to watch this in theater today. I don't typically leave reviews, but this one warranted one because it was odd. The movie was definitely more comedic than horror. I'm not entirely sure what I just watched. I love horror films. I grew up with horror movies such as The Blair Witch Project and The Ring.
Interesting choice.
Maybe they are running out of things to make horror movies about because this was a confusing one. You leave asking, what did I just watch? It had moments that would qualify as horror because of the jump scares, but far from an actual horror movie. I can say I'm glad we watched it for the good laugh as a family. My husband is still trying to make sense of it an hour after.
Oh, Walt.
LOL.
Walt. But yeah, so okay, some people are dumb,
Yeah.
and that's okay. That's allowed.
Mhm.
But I'm glad that she was kind of fair about it, to be honest with you.
I can't imagine where she laughed at. I mean, the shock.
Pretty linear.
There are a couple parts at the end I laughed at, like the visuals of the kids
Okay.
chasing
Yeah, it was pretty
is
funny.
Right.
pretty funny.
The Gladys cameos when she's just popping up in places,
Mhm.
like
That
waving and
shit
things like that.
scared me.
That's also bizarre.
Shit scared the,
That was
that
scary.
shit scared the shit out
I
of me. Man.
laughed. I laughed at those. Like when she was on the roof or on the ceiling in Justine's place. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I think what made me laugh the most consistently throughout this movie is how after the kids go missing, every other weird thing that happens is just like, so this happens in the town. People don't react. They don't react to Marcus Naruto running through
Yeah, well,
town
they're like,
with
Jesus,
blood
like,
all
what's up
over
with
his
that guy?
face.
And stuff like that as he's running
Yeah.
through.
They don't really react when a stampede of kids tear through their houses. They're just like, hey, you're tearing up my
A lot
lawn.
of people would just jump up from the couch and be like, what the hell? And then the kids are gone
Yeah.
by that point.
Oh, yeah.
The kids were moving.
Yeah.
I guess so people have seen the movies if they're still listening, so you know what we're talking about. I keep thinking we have to like explain the whole movie, but the idea is you've already watched it, so
Definitely watch it. Or watch us. Watch the movie. Watch us again. Like and subscribe.
So
Don't
what was
watch
your
us.
feeling on the
Watch the movie. Watch
multiple
the movie.
perspective angle? Because I know reviewers and people who watch the movie are split kind of right down the middle on this. Some find it to be incredibly lazy, and some find it to be a welcome way to make the film. And some people think it's pandering to Gen Z, which they're I mean, you can pander to them.
It-
They're out there. They got money.
It's very pandering.
Yeah, I mean,
You do think it's pandering. He's a panderer.
I didn't think so. I liked it. I liked that concept with this movie because the way they're telling the story, not everybody's going to know all that information. Like Marcus shows up at a gas station laser focused on killing Justine, but like you don't know how he got there.
Yeah.
You don't like they use it like it's not frivolous. They're using it to expand on stories. Even like the James angle, the James chapter is it reveals a lot once you get through him being just a methed out psycho.
Yeah. He eats it bad too.
Yeah, he
That was
does.
funny. How they finally like Archer throwing James 18 times. That was funny too. Where he just keeps getting up.
That was
that
funny,
was
yeah.
that was comedy. The barbarian connection we can talk about if we want to dive a little further into the theme or what we perceive the theme to be, because Gary is in Barbarian. He's the owner of the house that is being rented out for an Airbnb in Barbarian. He's also mired down in controversy for sexual harassment. He's getting Me Too'd in Barbarian. But in this movie, when we meet Gary, he's one of the parents of the missing kids.
Yep.
Which is interesting.
He's the first one to cooperate with Archer's
Yeah,
self-investigation.
he's pretty into it.
Or independent
Yeah.
Like he's
investigation.
he's way more helpful on this than he was in Barbarian.
Very much so.
Absolutely.
To make the connection, to me, makes it so that I feel like they're telling you, or the director's telling you at the very least, like there's not just, it's a spiritual connection, but it's also this movie's deeper than face value as well. That's kind of when I saw it was connected to Barbarian, I went, all right, Barbarian, we did an episode on already. We talked about how it was really heavy about a metaphor for trauma and sexual assault and all of these things and empowerment as well. And I thought that that's something Barbarian did very well.
Very well, yes.
This movie's got to have layers too. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. I think so. I found a 1-star review that sort of goes into, I think, a lot of what we want to talk about.
Sure.
So I'm going to skip like most of the meat of it because it's a
I
really
hate meat.
long review that includes save your money on tickets and snacks and treat yourself to something actually enjoyable instead. But gets to a lot of the questions that I've seen in other reviews and other people who have watched it. So I kind of wanted to look at some of the things that he wondered about because I think it resolves some of the issues people had. So one of the things he's confused by is how are they seeing the clown ant if the whole thing is supposed to be based on voodoo?
I mean,
which is
right.
Voodoo.
Yeah, the voodoo hoodoo aspect. People should know what hoodoo is too. You know about voodoo. Look up hoodoo. But the voodoo aspect of this is very stark.
Yeah.
They pose her as a witch in a lot of ways, but this is very voodoo revolves. Or there's a lot in voodoo that has to do with zombifying people, control, and things like that. It's very
Serpent in the Rainbow.
So I'm glad he brought. I'm glad he brought that out because that's this movie. She's making weapons out of people.
Yeah, he asks, why did she kidnap these kids? The reasoning, quote, to make her feel better, was never explained. But it didn't feel like it needed to be explained.
It was very intuitive.
I feel like
it was very intuitive.
Yeah, you either got that or you didn't.
She says it when she's talking to Alex about his mom and dad. They didn't make me feel better.
She started with the parent. They didn't make her feel
even
better.
Says that to him.
So it seems pretty apparent that it's a life force kind of thing, a life.
Yeah.
You know, the younger kids are more sustaining.
Plus, you chuckle fuck. You just explained it to everybody, so obviously you got it.
You got it. You just didn't like it. Like, I mean, that's really
go into deeper. I mean, it goes back to the old like tales, like the fairy tales. The witch taking the kids, eating the kids, the power of the energy. So, like, he doesn't like the old stuff. Maybe he wants something new. But guess what? You get all the old stuff and you rebrand it.
I was gonna say, there's a reason we keep retelling the same stories because they're in our DNA. Hansel and Gretel and stuff like that, which is what you were getting at. Baba Yaga, those are all very in our DNA for a reason.
Oh,
yeah. And I mean, I think some of this also speaks to we have a lot of people who need to be spoon-fed things now. And like if you need spoon-feeding this, you're going to struggle here. Cuz they're leaving some of this up to you to figure out.
And that's why I think real quick, that's why there's like a lot of those fast cuts. It goes like not fast cuts, but it goes back from characters. It's like when we watch Pulp Fiction for the first time, there's a lot of shit going on and you have to have that attention. And I feel like with weapons, you have to have that attention, but I feel like it's so smooth, and that's why it can relate to like the Gen Zers, because it's like a 2-hour film. They can't make it past certain scenes, and a lot of these scenes are quick, so it allows them to gain that attention and to watch actually a 2-hour film that is more than SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Not a TikTok
Which
reel, yeah.
which sort of gets to another question that I've definitely seen too, is why bother with all the flashbacks if they end up going nowhere?
Yes,
And
they
I would
do.
argue they do. They fill in parts of the
Yeah.
story that you can't tell from one
And
perspective.
there's character building that's important here. Archer
Yeah.
goes through a character arc of being a dick in the beginning to almost completely, not actually completely redeeming himself. Sorry. It's also
Yeah.
funny that he's the father of the bully, by the way.
Well,
And I was like, oh, that's who
Mhm.
Matthew is? That
there's
sucks.
there's actually an
Yeah.
interesting theory about Archer at the end. You say
What is it?
he redeems himself. They say when you watch it, he doesn't snap out of it.
No, he
That
does. He stops. He
No,
stops
he
killing her.
definitely does because
Yeah, he stops killing
yeah,
her.
he's got her in a pretty fucking good chokehold.
But do you think a piece of
She's
him
not
is
getting
missing then?
I mean, maybe, but they don't
I
give you
mean,
enough to really
maybe.
flush that out. Everybody else has
Yeah,
got something
they don't.
missing, but he wasn't under for very long.
Yeah.
I think that's the argument.
All right. It was an interesting
I
theory.
think time has something to do with
Okay.
it.
But he runs
I
through everywhere
definitely
looking
think
for
time
his
has.
son. He's following the trail the kids left, and he finds his son, and he just picks him up and walks away.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
it's hilarious that he doesn't give a shit about the rest of the kids, by the way.
He did.
Just leaves all them standing there staring at the corpse.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty funny. That's Archer for you.
What's the significance of the bell? I mean,
Control.
does there need to be a deeper significance of the bell?
It starts the spell.
It's like hypnosis. It's
Yeah,
it's
that's probably
when
what
I
they're
snap
going
my
for. It's
fingers,
got the
when I
symbol
clap
on
my
it too.
hands,
And you note the
yeah,
symbols
when I
on
ring
it.
the bell.
I mean, I would have.
The symbols are
If
on
they asked about the salt lines, I would have kind of been like, okay, I got you on that.
witchy stuff.
Yeah, but like
That's
the
witchy
bell,
stuff.
the bell,
Mhm.
the bell's
But
signal.
no, the salt lines
too.
is really another pretty established possession witchcrafty kind of thing.
Yeah.
That those beings can't cross salt.
They do that a lot. Salt is used a lot in voodoo as well to protect yourself from the things you're working
Yep.
with. Or at least it is in fictional voodoo. I don't know about real voodoo for that. But
In certain cases,
Mhm.
yes. It's. I don't practice voodoo, but when I was doing my
you're not convincing me
when I
just by denying
when
it.
I was
You don't practice Santeria?
I don't
You
practice
got no
voodoo.
crystal ball?
Do you have a crystal ball?
They did some wild.
How about $1 million,
I
or
wish I had
did
$1
you
million.
lose it all?
I'd
Yeah, that'd be
start.
nice. I'll take zombies,
Put this here.
actually. You can have the $1 million. I want my zombie people. I want to watch the world burn. We're getting to that point in life where you become the villain.
I just want to.
But a better question for you, Ryan, is: would you pop a cap in Sancho?
If you're listening and you don't know what he's talking about, I'm sorry for you. I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, you didn't
It
grow
would be
up great.
sublime if you could figure it
I was
out.
gonna. Oh, okay. Listen, name the song at least. It's been said, but just name the song. Like and subscribe. There we go. Little plus there.
Yeah.
I thought you were goading me to do it. I'm so glad I
No,
didn't just spit
well,
it
I
out.
was gonna say
like,
name the band and the song, and then you were like Sublime, and I was like, oh crap, how do I
Well, I
rework
gave him a
this?
hint. I gave him a hint. Well, I also didn't outright say
Yeah.
the band's name was Sublime. I said it as. God damn it! All right, we're moving on. So the themes here, John, you go.
No, I'm just gonna. I'll move on to more questions from this review because he's got some
Okay.
doozies. So one of the 3 complaints here: why even introduce the affair, the dad, or the druggy character?
The affair with Diane, who's actually she's another actress. June Diane Raphael plays Donna Morgan, rather. She's the wife who tries to beat up Justine, or the girlfriend tries to beat up Justine. That is interesting because Paul needing to be a scumbag and all that stuff isn't necessary for the plot of the movie, but once again, character building. Establishes Justine as kind of having some loose morals. There's
that's kind of the least important thing that they introduce into this. But if you're complaining about introducing Archer, like, you need that character. You need the angry parent.
Yeah.
You have to introduce him that character
He's
somewhere.
introduced.
Yeah.
You
He's
have to have
introduced
an
in the
angry
beginning.
parent.
I mean, you don't see his face, but you see him stand up. You hear Josh Brolin speak as the character. He's at the PTA. So they do introduce him, and they show, like, him in the truck.
Yeah.
So his presence is felt. So,
Agreed.
it's subtle.
That was
Yeah,
artfully done too.
And to introduce James, the druggy character, he gives you the plausible reason for somebody to be inside the house.
Fair point.
He finds a house that looks like it's unoccupied and breaks in to steal stuff to pawn. Like that character has to exist, otherwise you don't get in the house.
Yeah, we don't get the reveal of where the kids are in the basement. Plus,
Yeah.
it's a creepy ass scene when the two zombified parents are sitting there.
Oh my god.
And then they get up when he's like pulling the silverware up. That's cool, man.
It's creepy just seeing them sitting there, and you can tell, like, something's wrong. But that scene was, like, nerve-wracking. Like, nerve-wracking where, the movie Don't Breathe. Like, that type of nerve-wracking. Because as, like, a audience member, there's something in the house. Because Justine peeks her eye through the little slit, through the newspapers, sees the parents, and, like, kind of starts off on that.
Just figured something out. In that scene, presumably, when the druggie, what's his name?
James.
Is that
Yep.
James? James is walking through the house and everything. He's making a bit of a racket and stuff. He goes up. He tries to open Gladys's door. It's locked. Comes back downstairs and everything. You would assume because the parents get up that Gladys sicked them on James, but she doesn't have anything of James's to wrap around that branch and sick on James, or like to use that. So how did she get them
That's a good point.
Well, they weren't darting after him either, though. They just got up and walked. So I guess it's a
Where
little
was
different.
Alex during the entire time?
I think he might have been in his bedroom, or he maybe was out at school.
Yeah, he may, because I think they started that scene in daylight, so I'm guessing probably
that was
school.
Speak about creepy scene when Justine's staking out the house, and she runs up, and that got me.
Yep. That was a really good scene. I liked that a lot. So what's the obsession with parasites in this movie?
This one's pretty on the nose, too.
Again, like, this is hitting you over the head. If you needed this more.
Well, the fact that he's bringing that
Gladys,
up, he knows.
Gladys is a
this
parasite.
This guy's a troll. Yeah, Gladys is 100%.
He has to
because
be.
he's got to figure it out.
She's a parasite.
This might be the director.
He's the parasite.
This reviewer.
Zach Cregger, you son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Zach
love you, though.
Cregger gave himself a 1-star review so he could get these questions.
Listen,
what a 3D chess
Kevin
move.
Smith did it for Dogma already, all right?
I thought you meant he wrote the review.
No, I
good.
love that story that he went. The Westboro Baptist was protesting his movie, and he went and joined them.
I don't know what this movie's about, but it's not good. It's really not good. That exact quote, I just found these people. It's not good. It's religious. I don't know.
It's religious. I don't know. Kevin Smith. He's the best.
And
he's so great.
I love Kevin Smith.
Snoochie Boochies.
Snoochie Boochies. Fly, fat ass, fly.
Shoot.
Yeah. So how did no one suspect the aunt when all the kids vanished and the parents both mysteriously had strokes? I think it's pretty clear that the police did suspect that something was going on with the one surviving kid. They just couldn't prove anything.
They inspected the house. They did the whole thing.
Yeah.
They did the whole song and dance, but it's the thing with law is like they need evidence. If they didn't find anything. But the weird part is where do the kids go to hide?
That's a good question, because they all run off.
They don't show it.
Yeah,
they show them running off, but they don't show where she sends them.
It's a little lazy. Like they're in the woods, and then they run back.
They're just
they might be. She might have just sent them far enough
hiding
away
in the
they're
brush.
Not found.
Right? Because it would only take one person stumbling on.
There's Timmy.
17 or 18 kids.
The only question he really gets to that I don't know an answer for is the gun over the house.
And that one that's an artistic choice because the people are being used as weapons. And the gun does have the
Yeah.
time they all got called on it, and it's Archer's nightmare, so you could go in any direction with it. Like,
Yeah.
I like
but-
Yeah.
that interpretation because it connects not only the title, but the idea that these people being controlled by Gladys they become weapons technically. It was a little artistic, but it works. I think. Like it's like the time and all that. What could happen?
I think that was the only part of the movie. When it happened, I was like, "This is a dud. This
Oh.
is it's just so out of place." And then
Yeah.
when I finished the movie, I was like, "I was right. That was kind of weird.
Well, it's
That was kind of didn't need
Yeah.
to be the
That's
message,
like
in
an
my opinion."
outlier scene.
Yeah.
like okay.
Yeah.
So when you're watching The Big Lebowski for the first time, and he goes through the dream sequence,
Tread carefully here, Ryan.
like at the first time, no, I loved it. I love that scene.
Very.
But when you watch it, you're like, what is going on? Because you know he's all drugged up. But like,
Well, but you know what's going on in that scene.
Josh Brolin's going through some
I mean, if you
trauma.
know, you
well,
know.
if you know, you know.
You know. But yeah, but I
Allegedly.
don't think that's a fair equivocation. Like, it feels like the director wanted to put a subliminal message in our heads, like weapon. The movie's weapons. The kids are weapons. And it was just, I just felt like it was a weird wedding cake topper sort of thing. And the graphic is out of place in the movie in general. They don't do anything even remotely close to that throughout the rest of the film. It's just weird.
Nope.
I didn't
For
hate
me,
it.
that's really the
No, fair.
that's really the only part that duds for me.
Oh, you have it as a dud too? I'm in good company then.
Just that scene, just that one part. It doesn't
And I don't
work.
begrudge you
doesn't
for
make sense
defending it
for me.
either,
no.
because like it was a reach, it was a risk, it was
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I like risks. I just that one didn't work for
I
me.
think.
I like the rest of that sequence though. The rest of that sequence was necessary.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
I feel like though, the dream sequence before with Justine, that one hit more. I don't know for me.
That was
yeah, that
scary.
one
That was a scary one.
because
Yeah.
that's what you kept seeing in the trailer, and then you see the build up for it. I mean,
When she wakes up and looks down the hall throughout the rest of the house too, that shit freaks me out. That like I will never not be on edge by that because
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
you get to a certain age and it's like, what was that sound? You're like, all right, I guess I'll sacrifice myself for the family. You grab your whatever and you head downstairs.
that's
Face
that's
it.
why I stopped playing Silent Hill too the other night. I had my sunroom open. I heard shit outside, and I went, nope. Shut the game down. Shut everything down. Lock the door. I'm not playing with this tonight. Nope.
We have coyotes that come right up to the back door over here and they whoop. There's got to be 20 of them back there. And it only happens, it used to happen twice a year, 3 times a year. Now it happens once every couple of years. But man, it's still unnerving.
Are you the Gladys of the coyotes?
Oh, I would love to be. Kidding me? That would be a great.
Can we talk about what a
Oh,
great
God.
character
I like
that is?
Gladys.
I love
So a lot of people
Gladys.
don't like her too, by the way, because she's all done up weird. But that the makeup, the clothing
It
style,
Yeah.
presumably she's pretty old.
Yeah.
Because of the life stealing parasite thing, and I think that's what the clothes are for. I think that went whoosh over people's heads because she's got the wacky
Yep.
clothes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's Amy Madigan, who's 75 in real life.
She's
so,
75?
you know,
Treasure.
You know,
she's
She's doing
75.
75.
yeah, she is. Because I remember her from Uncle Buck, and I mean, I thought she's had to be then in her early 30s, then mid 30s.
Yeah, she was probably in her mid
I
30s for Uncle Buck. Uncle Buck is
Me and a
almost 40 years
coworker-
ago.
We're so
me and a
old.
coworker misaged her earlier
Yeah.
today because we thought she was much older than Uncle Buck. Much older.
Amy Madigan is the great actress too, and I was so happy when I saw her in this because I didn't know it was her. I didn't know she was Gladys either in the beginning until they took the makeup
No,
off her. I was like,
no.
oh my god, it's you.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's such a cool villain. Like, and she does such a good job playing it that you hate every
Yes.
moment she's
Yep,
in
I
it.
can't stand her.
You hate
I
it.
hate when she's getting what she wants. The scene where she gets Marcus annoyed the shit
I
out
wasn't
of me.
happy
Hey,
about
Diane,
that.
like where they feeding her everything she needed to get that started, and then the brutal killing of Marcus's partner. was so rough. And that's why and that
Ooh.
explained why he looked like that with his bugged out eyes when he finally got
Yeah,
Justine.
yeah, yeah, and that's why you need the chapters, because there's no way Justine or Archer knows that part.
Right.
He started
And that's what
he
makes
started
it
running, and I saw his face, and all I thought of was Big Trouble in Little China. Like, I was like, where are
Good
we
call.
going with this right now? And then when you see that build up, and Marcus doesn't want anything to do with her. He just wants to enjoy his hot dogs, watch his soaps, whatever he's doing with
Mhm.
his partner. And then he denies her.
Yep.
The partner's a little nice, which you're like, okay. But that scene,
I
though.
would have
Yeah.
told her to get fucked too, to
Oh,
be
yeah.
honest.
They're watching their Parasite
Yeah, yeah,
documentary.
true.
Over the
Ooh,
head,
that's
over the
nice.
head, over the head.
That is a nice connection there. But
I mean, they slam you. Barbarian does the same
yeah,
thing.
they do.
They
Mhm.
slam you with the
He's
message.
he's not subtle with the message, and somehow people missed it. Like, we really are sort of becoming a group of people that needs it fully
Bradbury
explained. You
warned
don't
Yeah, he
want
us
to
did.
think.
we need English teachers to be allowed to English teach because we can't do critical thinking.
Mhm.
And that's where it
Yep.
happens. It happens in other classrooms too, but it doesn't get pulled out of the ether anywhere else but in an English classroom. I'm
Mhm.
going to say at that
No,
age
I
anyway.
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
And it's fine to not like a movie, but I mean, if you don't like Weapons because of some of the things that we've talked about, it's more because Weapons didn't fully explain things to you.
I feel like if people don't get it on the first watch, give it a second chance because it'll fill in more for you.
That's a good suggestion, Ryan, where I was going to tell people to find Jesus, but that's better. That's a nice
It
middle
took me
ground.
7 times to watch
Yeah,
Anchorman, so I get it.
Oh
All
my
right.
god. It's the deep thematic relevance of the film that really helped you had to keep coming back
I
for.
j- I love
yeah.
Lamb.
So Weapons is one of
Baxter.
the few pod movies I sat and watched with Allison.
Mm.
And as soon as it finished, I turned to her and said, "I'm gonna need a couple days to really think about and digest this movie, and probably I'm gonna need to watch it at least one more time."
Did you watch
Because
it twice?
like, I have not watched
Okay.
it twice yet.
I was gonna say
I'm gonna hold the second watch
that's
for the
Yeah,
physical
dedication
release.
right there. What was her take on it?
I think she liked it less than I did.
really. So Jada watched it
Lukewarm
with
take.
me, and she really loved it. She thought it was a really good outing, and it worked. She
Mhm.
loved how it was filmed, especially.
Yeah. That I mean, you get all
Mhm.
that aspect of it going, and then you get to the climax of the movie where we find the kids. Now there's a battle royale going on for what the fate of these
It's a Royal
children,
Rumble.
and we're watching this movie and we kind of know the stakes and we know the movie we're watching, so we know it's not going to be clean. They're not going to just walk off into the sunset. Having Alex sick them on Gladys was epic. It was a cool way to end that tense
Yep.
part of the film with what's going to happen to the kids and
Yep.
Archer's arc and Justine's arc too. Although at that point I really
Mhm.
didn't care much about
Mhm.
her. She'd served her purpose. I'm sorry to say,
Sh-
because she's not a character you like love.
She's like that tweener. Like you feel
Yeah, by then
bad.
she was the first
Mhm.
chapter. By then you're at Archer. You've seen Archer's whole redemption arc occur and stuff, so you're just sort of away from Justine,
Yeah.
that home wrecker.
Yep. Yep. And I mean, I will say you're watching Archer choke Justine out, and you understand he's under the power of Gladys at that point. And you also, this is sort of the one thing that's telegraphed, is you do sort of figure out that when Gladys dies, Archer's going to be
Yep.
okay. You sort of
Yep,
get
that's
that.
very linear. The whole movie is very linear. That's the other thing. It's not ostentatious. It's not trying to be something it's not. It's not trying to be too
No,
smart for the room. The movie, like John
no.
keeps saying too, the movie is very linear in your progression of understanding. Everything is very
Mhm.
discernible as it's occurring, and the action is action. It's good. It's fun. The scary, John might have more to say on this than I will, but it was right above the bottom line for it to be a horror movie. Like maybe it just made it over the bar,
Yeah,
but it's
Yeah.
not a deep horror film.
Yeah, I'd say it's more
agreed.
thriller than horror. I mean, you get the couple of dream moments with Gladys that are kind of have the creep element, and a couple other parts are a little creepy, but for me it's a thriller, which is fine. Like it doesn't have to be a horror movie.
Thrilling.
They just didn't have to have scares like
Right. It's gory. There's some gore. It's uncomfortable at
Yep.
times
Mhm.
watching some of
Mhm.
the scenes.
that. I mean, you get a nice Day of the Dead tribute in
Yeah,
the
you do.
end with
Yeah, it's getting
Gladys.
taken down.
She very much goes out like a Day of the Dead
Grabbing
death.
the air.
Gets torn apart. They rip her. They rip
Mhm.
the top of her head
Getting-
off
Don't
from
they?
the bottom of
Don't
her.
they eat her?
all
Because
she
she mentioned.
all she needs to be doing is yelling, "Choke on 'em!"
I don't think they eat her, even though she alluded to that with the parents. I
Yep.
can make them eat each other.
Mhm.
That was the other thing,
Yeah.
Alex.
No,
That Alex arc where you're watching him have to feed all the zombified people.
felt
That
so
broke my
bad.
heart. Yeah,
But he's smart.
like
They,
kid trauma stuff, man.
that kid grew. The character grew, and he got smarter. Because, I mean, do you think he would have known how to do all that stuff with like the voodoo and stuff at
That
the end?
Matthew kid better leave him alone
Oh,
now.
he hasn't.
That's what
He
I'm
hasn't
saying.
spoken in a year.
Because he's got that tree. Yeah, that's a good point. Archer's kid hasn't spoken in a year. But
Hey.
yeah, don't forget, Alex still has that tree.
Oh, so you're saying?
Yeah. And Alex paid attention. He
gonna
figured
say.
it out.
Yeah,
He made him
so
a mute.
there you go. Maybe now I don't hate the
He
ending as
might
much.
have. He might have. I mean, that could explain why some of them come. But although, I mean, if he had the power to do that to Archer's kid, why didn't he give his parents back
It's
to
true.
himself?
It's fair.
Yeah, I don't think that it works that way. I think that there was a toll that Gladys was sucking the life out of them, and that's the
Yeah.
toll that's what they
Yeah.
paid. Archer wasn't
Yeah.
under the influence long enough to really have been affected. And that all makes sense to me. It's like, okay, I get that.
And some of the kids were, and some of them weren't. Like,
It
yeah.
all tracks. The
Yeah.
ending of the movie is where I have my biggest gripe with it. And it's really just got to do with the fact that they could have added a minute to the film and probably landed it better. I don't hate the way it ended. I just hate the way they executed the ending. It's an abrupt stop. And I just don't think they needed to do that. I think they could have done it a little bit better. I guess they were just like, "Wait, all right, the movie's over," and they cut it with with Archer walking with Matthew over his shoulder and the narrator explaining. Things didn't get all the way better. Some of them never got back to normal, and then it just stops talking,
Yeah.
and this movie goes black.
Yep.
I'm like, ugh, give me something.
Hey.
Give me something, or at least like don't shove it down my throat so fast. Like that could have been done a little bit better, in my opinion.
Mhm.
That's a fair opinion. It's a fair opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that.
That was
Yeah.
my own the only thing.
It is a
I think that's the only a non great part.
It's fair.
Mhm.
I feel like it's not a bad ending. It could have been better, but it does like kind of it closes it out, but makes you wonder, could there be more to the story? Could there be more of a connection?
Well, I've definitely heard that there are discussions about Gladys
Well, it's New Line
movies.
Cinema, of course. They're going to do spin-offs now. I mean,
At least
well, The
Mhm.
Conjuring's ending, so they need
I don't
something.
mean I don't I don't know that you need to, but I think, maybe a singular Gladys prequel could be
I wouldn't hate
interesting if
that.
they did it right.
But the problem is that we already know that we know her trick, so it's not
Yeah,
nearly as
yeah.
fun now. But maybe they
Yeah.
could presumably do something else with it, sure. But I don't think they'll do just one because if it makes money, there's going to be a whole shitload
Yeah.
of Gladys out
Gladys
there,
comes back.
and she's 75.
And that is the breakout
Yeah.
character, really. I mean,
Yeah.
that's seems to be the person that most audience reaction is focused on.
Yeah, I mean she did a fantastic job,
Mhm.
as actors of that era tend to do.
She did.
Mhm. So here's the question. The Academy Awards have recently liked to honor supporting roles in horror movies.
So which one?
Should you get a
You
nod?
think Amy?
Gladys?
Oh well,
I can
if
see-
anybody
yeah.
deserves it, it's her. Nobody else.
Mhm.
No other performance is worthy of it. Brolin's is probably the closest, and it's just too far.
Brolin is Brolin. Like, I mean, he's
Brolining.
He's top billing.
Julia Garner would be more. Actually, Julia Garner would probably be more deserving of a nod, and she, like I said, they're miles behind Amy Madigan's performance in this. So
I would give it to Amy Madigan.
I think there's a possibility you see her get a supporting
That would be
actress
nice if she
nod.
won it.
it'd be nice to see her nominated. It'd be nice to see.
An older. They like to throw that to like the older actors and actresses.
J.K. Simmons and stuff. Yeah.
Or DK Simmons.
DK Simmons, man. Gotta watch
Not
out.
my
RK
glorious
not my
soul.
tempo.
Not my tempo. Not my tempo. Love that. I will watch Whiplash as comfort food now. It's so funny. It's so funny.
Good.
I enjoy the movie so like I only rewatch it up to the point of where he gets in his car accident and ruins his music career and stuff. Like that part, I'm like, okay, I'm good from here. And I just stop. It's just J.K. Simmons being a dick is all I want to watch. It's so funny. Anyway, J.K. Simmons should have been in this movie.
Oh God, imagine him as Archer.
I think I would have rather him as Marcus.
Ooh.
He'd be an
That would
interesting
have been
Marcus.
cool, right?
He would have been an interesting sheriff too. They didn't give that guy a lot to do, but that would be a nice part.
Yeah, he was just an angry father-in-law kind of guy.
Yeah.
His daughter snitched. Yeah.
Of course.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
his son-in-law is also pretty
listen,
unhinged.
I felt bad for Justine after he gets pricked by the needle, and then he pricks her. It's just like,
Yeah, I forgot about that where he stabs the guy.
Yeah.
He gets stabbed in the face.
Yeah, and then he gets it again.
You know what I mean, do you?
He gets that scene was
was
kind of
funny.
it's
funny
like
too.
not in the face.
Hepatitis, anything like that? Not that I'm aware of.
AIDS? No.
It's good times. I mean, so that's Weapons, guys. I mean, we're talking
That's
about it like
Weapons.
we're lukewarm on it. We're not. We really like this
It's good.
movie.
I am very warm.
But what
on
we have to do
Weapons.
before we wrap up is really just hit like, what did you think? We know there's a deeper meaning here. What do you guys think the deeper theme is? And I always take the mic and talk for 2 hours on this shit. So I'm going to shut up. And I just want to hear what you guys think the deeper meaning is.
The deeper meaning,
Such a
for me, I feel like it's hard because, like, watching it, like, from the film perspective, I was, like, so drawn to how the cuts were. I mean, the deeper meaning to me is, like, things can go pretty fast. People can go away quickly, but they can always be found. And then, like, even though they're found, sometimes it takes time for them to rebuild. And that rebuilding could be a month, 2 months, a year, 20 years, but they'll get there.
Okay. Interesting.
All right. So I went in with this notion, and the movie definitely didn't do anything to dissuade me from it. It feels like a school shooting allegory to me.
That's there.
It feels like you get into that classroom the day after they're all gone, and they're all gone. And it's just, you get the trauma of a town. Because it's not just the parents, it's the whole town that's traumatized by it. And, you get the lone survivor. And then, you have, even after you get the kids recovered, there's still an absence in them.
Yeah. Because they're broken.
Like there's a lot of that in there to me. I mean, maybe it's, like something based on what we do that makes me see that.
Perfect though, because look at Archer too, John. Like Archer's character, everybody's scrambling to understand why, and just think about what the reaction is every time that happens, is they try to figure out why, what was the motive, what was the thing, and stuff, and it's always that big scramble, and then everybody's arguing about the why. And I think you nailed it. The only thing I could think you could possibly do is scale it up from that on a societal level and talk about how the older generation, if you're doing Gladys, like maybe a double allegory. We got a double layer allegory here. But the older generation is absolutely destroying any chance of prosperity for the younger generation. And might I add, these are the ones above us, so don't yell at me. And they're screwing the ones below us, and we're right here in the middle like, we want to help. We want to help. We see what's wrong. I think that the Gladys sucking the life out of the kids thing is part of that larger message as well. But to your point, the main allegory is probably the school shooting aspect. The gun on the house, that's the only thing I could really think of. Why?
That's the only way I can make that gun make sense to me.
I can see how that's going that way. It makes sense. I mean, the feeling and
Which,
yeah.
I mean, if you want to go really deep, this is just sort of off the top
No,
of my
that's
head.
good. I mean,
Is the rescue at the end real, or is it just something that they imagined?
no, they
it's
crashed
real.
through that house.
I think it's real, but it's
That was
like with the vividness and the sort of reality that Gladys was able to put into these people's dreams.
Oh, it's interesting. I'm not buying it
no.
though.
This is
I don't
real,
think so
baby.
It's an
either, but
interesting thought, but nah.
it's,
But all right, guys, that's weapons. Do we have some top fives?
Well, of course,
of course we
God
do.
damn it! All right, we're running late. Let's go. Ryan, top fives.
So I went with top 5 witches, and I refuse to put Blair Witch Project on it. I'm not putting it on.
Why? There's a witch in it.
It's. I've mentioned it too many times, and it's gonna come up
You just never see her.
kinda in the shadows, but these witches you do see, and I do say witches because my number 5. We're gonna start off with something I watched as a kid.
Witches of Eastwick.
Yes, starring Michelle Pfeiffer,
Yeah.
Cher, Susan Sarandon, and of course Jack Nicholson as the devil, allegedly. Directed by George Miller, basically follows 3 best friends who are unaware that they are witches and that their regular meetings have formed an informal coven. The arrival in town of a mysterious man who starts courting them marks the start of a back and forth between him and the 3 women. I have not seen this movie since the early 90s, but I remember a lot of the scenes and especially how they torture Jack Nicholson. It's just
He tortures them with his dick too. That movie is all about Jack
well,
Nicholson's dick.
yeah, and his fur. His fur chest. Come on now.
His furry man chest. It's hard for me to believe Jack Nicholson was such a sex god
I-
in his heyday, but indeed he
Chinatown.
was. Yeah,
Like that era.
Jack had it, I guess.
I mean, even I'm not quite old enough for peak Jack Nicholson sexy.
Well,
Oh,
this
Lord.
woman in the next film did find him sexy for a little bit of time, and that's Angelica Houston. And we're going back to 1990 for Roald Dahl's The Witches. All right. The plot of evil witches who masquerade as ordinary women and follows a boy and his grandmother who must find a way to foil their plans of turning children into mice. This movie creeped the shit out of me as a kid. I loved
Mice
it.
part,
Oh
yeah.
my god, but it's
Messed up.
so memorable.
I loved it.
And Rowan Atkinson is in it. I mean, I'm a Mr. Bean fan, so it was good like to see him do his little thing and then Angelica Houston going off on her thing. Just it's a good adaptation of a Roald Dahl story besides Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Uh-oh.
Do I have a Roald Dahl story that I just stumbled on this week?
Cool.
Do you know what he did in the early days
No.
of World War II?
No.
This is
He was a spy
Ooh.
for the British government based in the United States, tasked with, among other things, cozying up to and potentially seducing socialites to convince them to speak to their husbands about the dangers of the Nazis and to join the
Huh.
war.
It's actually
That's
pretty
cool.
cool.
I mean, they got a pretty good guy to do
Not-
it.
yeah.
I mean, who are you gonna have? Ian
Yeah.
Fleming? That wouldn't have worked.
If you guys haven't watched The Wonderful Life of Henry Sugar and the other 2 short films that are based off the Roald Dahl movies, they've all got Benedict Cumberbatch and Ben Kingsley in them and stuff. If you haven't seen them yet, they are well worth the watches. They're very good, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Dahl is fantastic.
I excellent writer, and it kind of sums up my feelings on this film. I mean, it's number 3, but it's like kind of defines the 90s, my love for the 90s, and it's The Craft. I love The Craft.
Goth witchies.
Listen,
Yeah.
Filthy, filthy goth
Firuza
witchies.
Balk. She.
We're not going to dwell too much on it. We're going to get kicked off the air. But
Nev Campbell, come on now.
Yes.
Robin Tunney, Rachel True. There's just 4 outcast teenage girls who find out they're witches, and it's a kick-ass movie. If you've never seen The Craft, give it a watch.
Vicky Valancourt, baby.
There are probably very few movies that created my taste in women more than that one.
I mean, it's all there.
It's all there.
It's all there. What's your number
Number
2?
Oh, well, it's all here in this one. It's so I saw this film very young, on my trip of watching through the channels. You go on IFC at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and you get this gem, 1977's Suspiria.
Cool.
As a kid, I didn't understand what the hell was going on, but you want to know something? I was a trooper. I watched the film. Didn't know what the hell was going on, but it stuck with me, and like I get the witchcraft in it, the dancing, the lights, and watching it later on, you get a better understanding. I recommend the original. I know the remake is supposed to be good, but the original is where it hits home. To give it more of a plot, Jessica Harper, who's the main actress in the film, is an American ballet student who transfers to a prestigious European dance academy, but realizes after a series of murders that the academy is a front for a coven of witches. And it's directed by Dario Argento. Damn it. I knew it.
What's your number 1?
So, a very similar Suspiria experience. I watched it as a teenager, didn't get it. Watched it 6 or 7 years ago again.
It's so good.
Loved it. You don't get. Yeah, I don't think you can get it as a teenager unless you're Italian.
It's worse because I was like 7, 8 years old when I watched it.
Oh my god!
No shot.
No shot.
I just saw colors,
shot.
women, and I was just like, okay, this is cool. But I know Kearns needs to go to number 1, and we're getting there. This. All right, I'll stop because I don't want to be like But number 1, I'm going with Akira Kurosawa's Throne of Blood. The Macbeth story is filled with witches. It's one of my favorite Shakespeare's, but Kurosawa's Throne of Blood, the adaptation into the idea of Japanese storytelling, myth, legend, the lore of the ghosts. It's got a creepy vibe, and it's not supposed to be creepy, but it does the job well done. And Toshiro Mifune he's excellent. He's one of my favorite Japanese actors. He's the De Niro of Japanese films at that time, as Kurosawa was the Scorsese. So, but that is my number 1. But John, we gotta hear your top 5, man. We don't need Xenomania running wild over here.
So I went with top 5 missing kids.
Oh,
in film? Okay.
In film?
Yep. In film. I didn't just grab a whole bunch of old milk cartons
5,
and I'm
John
not going to
Benet Ramsey.
Number 5, Timmy Butler from Indianapolis, Indiana. Disappeared on December 5th, 1978.
That was such a pure moment from Ryan right there. From films?
How many chocolates do you want to buy, Ryan? $2. All right, 2 kids get released right now.
All right.
So, number 5, the Ice Cream Man. Gregory, played by Clint Howard, who is also the superior Howard.
The superior casting choice over every other living human for this role.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Only wants to make the local kids happy with his ice cream. The problem is Gregory is also crazy, and before long the locals are part of his ice cream business. So you get a cast littered with horror and B-movie legends like Olivia Hussey, Jan Michael Vincent, David Naughton, David Warner. And you get a baseball legend too. Steve Garvey's in
Oh,
this.
cool.
Yeah. Highly recommend Ice Cream Man. Listen, this is not a list movie. This is a B movie but it's so much fun. So number 4, I don't know if I've included that. Somebody I think has included this before. It's 1973's The Wicker Man. The original Wicker
Not
Man.
the bees.
No,
Not
not
the
the bees. Local police officer arrives on an island inhabited by a pagan cult-like group in search of a missing girl. The locals claim she doesn't exist, but there are weird things going on. You get Edward Woodward and
Such a
Christopher
good
Lee
film.
in this also.
Yeah, it's a
The
really good
original,
one.
as we're saying. Not for comedy purposes.
Now the remake's all right.
Comedy.
Yeah, the remake's all right.
Mm-hmm. It's
The
all right. I
bees.
mean, the remake, you will like the remake based on how well you can handle Nicolas Cage at his
Caginess.
over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you like Nick Cage like that, you'll like the remake. And I do. So number 3, this was probably number 1 if it were horror. And it's Prisoners.
That's a
Okay.
good film.
And I mean, Prisoners jumped out also because of how much Archer reminds me of Prisoners. Because that character could have been dropped into Prisoners. Father takes matters into his own hands as he searches for his
That
missing
Hugh
daughter and
Jackman?
another kidnapped
Who played?
child.
Yeah, it's Hugh Jackman. Yeah.
Yep.
Hugh Jackman and Jake
Paul
Gyllenhaal.
Dano. That scene.
Yep. It's a really, really good movie that I had forgotten about until I saw Archer. Like the Archer character reminded me of that movie.
Mm.
My number 2 is a movie that's generally associated with a different type of horror movie, but it is also a missing kids movie.
Ooh,
It's The
Oh,
Lost
nice.
That
That's
counts.
a good little sneak in there.
Mm-hmm. Mother and her 2 sons move in with her father in a coastal town with a vampire problem and a bunch of missing kids. Are the 2 related? Of course.
It's just
they are.
rice, Michael. Just rice.
They're more related than a southern married couple.
Hold on.
Number 1.
And my number 1 is a movie I want to try to work in at some point in the next few months onto our episode list because it's so good. It's going to be hard to have a lot of fun talking about, and that's Bring Her Back. So you get Sally Hawkins starring her of Shape of Water fame. Following the death of their father, 2 siblings are sent to live with a foster mother who is preparing for a strange ritual. And I don't want to to tell you anything about the missing kid would be a pretty large
Yeah,
That
spoiler,
movie's
so I
recent,
won't
right?
do that.
Okay. That's
Very,
the one
yeah, I
I'm thinking
think
about with the
like this year, I believe, and
it's
last
the
year.
poster with her head shaved, right? Okay.
Do. Yeah, we'll do an episode on that bad boy.
Yes.
With that bad girl.
It's going to be hard to have a lot of fun talking about, but it's definitely.
I mean, we made it through Barbarian. That was. I mean, it
Mhm.
wasn't too rough to get through because there's a monster allegory. This is like freaking horrible.
Mhm.
I haven't seen it
I
yet.
guess I got your point, John.
God.
But
Yeah, this one's good. This will be rough to get through, but it's definitely something that I
Okay.
think people should
it's
see.
an interesting discussion to have in the future too. You get a movie like Weapons or Barbarian, which has which is The Long Walk, which is about what we're doing to the kids and things like that, and then you get something that's a lot more in your face, and you're just like watching it. There's no veneer. There's no costuming. Like this is what you're watching.
Yep.
So, but anyway, this was Weapons, everybody. We liked
Yes,
it.
we did.
I hope you saw it because if you didn't and you got this far,
Yep.
Liked it a lot. Oh, if you didn't see it and you got this far
Just
without
watch it.
pausing,
Yeah.
watch it anyway.
you know what though? I bet you're still
You know
gonna
what's
like
gonna
it.
happen, but watch it.
I bet you're still gonna like it.
Yep.
But all right. Most awkward sign off ever. Later, everybody.
Have a good one.
Yeah.